All right, so good morning. So this question is from the topic of projectile. I think it's a medium difficulty problem. So if you're a student preparing for IB board, AP Physics, or Cambridge or a Dexel, you may find it interesting. And in India, if you are preparing for NEET examination, even this is beneficial for you. JEE main students, they will benefit immensely. Okay, so the students of IB board, because I've seen the quality of questions is very good quality generally. So this question will fall in there. Okay, so you can look into this question. So let's talk about this question. This is a question on projectile motion. The body is projected from this point, which is, I'm just marking it, from this point, and this body is reaching a point on the incline, which is this. Okay, this is the point on the incline. The angle of incline is 30 degrees, okay? And the angle of projection is 30 degrees. You have to find the time it takes for the body to reach this point. Nothing is given. The length of the incline is not given. The horizontal distance is not given and stuff like that, okay? Now, when I looked at this problem, I thought it's an inclined uh, projectile and I could straight away apply some formulas. You can do that also, but I will tell you a way which is more descriptive in nature and more explanatory. Because I'm not trying to give answers. I'm giving you explanation. Through this explanation, you will be able to do derivation of inclined plane. You will develop a way to think about these questions where you see an inclined plane and a projectile. Okay, because if you see the formulas of inclined plane projectile, you have alpha minus beta, stuff like that. That slightly makes it complicated. So our job is to make it simple. So let's do it in a very descriptive manner. If you throw a body with 60 degrees, what the question is trying to say is here at the point where you fall, okay, so let's call it point A, your x distance you have traveled, right? The x distance you have traveled and the y distance you have traveled in whatever time it took, which we are supposed to find, if you connect the point of projection and that point, the angle it makes is the, so we are talking about displacement. Okay, if I call it O, then as per the question, the displacement of the projectile is OA, right? Though the trajectory is this. So this is the trajectory, this is the displacement. Okay, so and this is a real projectile which is being referred to. Okay, I hope you can see that. It's not coming out very dark, but nonetheless, let's see. All right, so this is one situation. So if I want to write what is tan 30 degrees, okay, so let's say I want to write tan of 30 degrees. So that is going to be y upon x, right? This is my y, this is my x. And what is the context of this? This is displacement. So something we have been able to, uh, so xy is the coordinate of the projectile, right? So the coordinate of the projectile is known to us, x and y. And we have been able to use the displacement and connect it to the place at which the projectile is located, right? So this is one. Now, so we have used the displacement part. What we haven't used probably so far is the fact that it is projected at an angle of 60 degrees. Okay, if it is projected at an angle of 60 degrees, we know the equation of trajectory of a projectile, right? So we know the y of the projectile is given by x tan theta minus g upon, so this is I think 2 u square, and this is the secant squared theta here, right? This is secant squared theta or cos squared theta. Okay, so the next step is to write the equation of trajectory. Let me just confirm the formula of the equation of trajectory and I will write it and then we can pursue. Okay, I think this is likely to be 2 cos squared theta if I remember it correctly. Okay, so this is 2 cos squared theta. Okay, now So we have another equation that connects y and x. So y is equal to x tan 60, okay? Because this is now the projectile motion being referred to, minus g upon 2u square, and initial velocity is known to me, right? So it's not a problem. So cos square 60 is equal to x root 3 minus 10. I think 10 is always easy to take. So 2 multiplied by 2 square, right? So this is 2 square. And cos square 60 will fetch me, cos 60 is 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 whole square will fetch me 4, and that will go up, right? So it goes here. These two get cancelled. I get a 5 here. And what I get it, finally what I get is x root 3 minus 5 is y, okay? So I have another equation. So I get two equations, one from the displacement, which is this, using the tan. The second is the equation of the projectile, okay? So this is a very important equation, by the way, okay? If I were to tell you, the beauty of this is I think I will have to write a x square here. I think I forgot to write the x square part of it. So this is 5x square. Okay, so gx square upon 2u square. Now the beauty of this equation, it's a quadratic. Now it's quadratic in two things. One, it is a quadratic in x, which means for a given y, you will have 2x. Obviously, if you note the symmetry of a projectile, you know, if you see the projectile like this, for a given height, you have two x's, right? So x1 and x2. So if you solve it as a equation of trajectory in x, you will get two roots, which means two x values for the same height. Okay, so you can get the same value of the height. Okay, so I got one equation as x root 3 minus 5x squared. The second quadratic you will see in this equation is a quadratic of this one. So if I convert it into secant squared theta and then 1 plus tan squared theta, I can find two thetas if I solve it in tan of theta. Okay, so tan alpha and tan beta, which means at a certain point you can have two angles, right? Through which you can reach that point. If it is tan alpha, you will still make it. If you use the second angle, you will still make it. Okay. Now, so pretty tricky and very insightful. So let's see this. So I will put this equal to 1 by root 3, and my y becomes equal to x by root 3. So this is, I will substitute the value what I got from displacement into this, and I get x by root 3. I'm putting this value of y in the projectile equation. This gets x root 3 minus 5x square, right? So this is, if I were to collect both of these, so I'll get 5x square is equal to x root 3 minus x by root 3. 5x square is equal to x 3 and minus 1 upon root 3. So I think the x cancels. X cannot be 0. So I'm ignoring that root. So I get 5x is equal to 3. Okay, so this is 3, right? I took an LCM. So this is 2 actually. 2 by root 3. So my x comes out to be 2 upon 5 root 3. So this value is 2 upon 5 root 3 with an initial velocity of 2 and angle of projection as 60. What does it mean? It means that my horizontal distance which I have traveled using this velocity projected at an angle of 60 degree is 2 cos 60 degrees is my horizontal velocity, right? So the distance I have traveled is how much? The distance I have traveled is this much, which I've just found out, right? Which is these many meters. 2 cos 60. So this is 1 meter per second. Now I know my horizontal velocity, ux, and throughout the projectile it never changes. And that is why I've decided to use it. It doesn't change, right? So I know the horizontal distance now. So this is 2 by 5 root 3, and therefore if you know velocity is given by the distance upon time, then time is given by distance, which is 2 by 5 root 3, and my velocity is 1, right? So I multiply this by 1. So I get 0.4 divided by 1.732. So let's divide 4,000. Okay, let's divide 4,000. Okay, so this is divided by this is, so what we have done is we have divided the distance, which is 2 5 root 3 by 1. Okay, and so this has become 0.4. Sorry, this is 0.4. So 0.4000. Okay, so I'm getting how many decimals here? 1 2 3. Okay, so 400 divided by 1732. Okay, so this will become 400 and this will become 1732. So this is 0.2. This will become 3464. This is 65560, and this is roughly 3. So your answer is 0.3 second, 0.23 second, right? That's your answer. So I hope you like this question immensely. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel because you will get some very nice questions which are very exam centric, which are conceptual, which give you the detail you need to understand the physics. Okay, I could have solved this using some formulas, but you would not have understood anything. So please subscribe if you need good physics explanation. That is the beauty of this channel. Do not miss any question. You can go to the playlist of projectile. You will see some fantastic questions on projectile being solved, especially the one I told you where you have quadratic of x and the quadratic of theta, right? That's a different ball game. It's a different question altogether. So do not forget to watch that also. It's a very good question. Thank you very much for your time today and wait for my next video. Thanks.